I use a branding iron a lot, so I thought I'd give 5 simple tips on how I make my life easier with one. First tip is to do things in batches. Obviously, you're expending a bit of energy to get it hot. I'm using an electric branding iron here, but even if you're using a gas one or in a fire, you're still using energy to get it hot and to keep it hot. So it's easier if you've got a few things to brand at the same time. I used to use a gas branding iron, but I don't tend to use that anymore because I do quite a bit of it now. So I just use the electric one. Second tip is to, I find best to wet the area that you're going to do the brand on. And what this does, I can show you an example, is it stops it bleeding. So you can see I've got one here, which is definitely a lot more blurred, and one there that isn't. So that one I didn't put water on, that one I did. And it just keeps it a bit more crisp and a bit more clear. So third tip is to use a jig if you can. So I just make this one out of wood, completely disposable, bit of scrap ply, kind of acts like a fence. So it butts up, and I know that the branding iron is going to go in the same place on my product every time. What this also means is if I brand something, I don't brand it quite long enough, which can happen, I can put the jig back and I can brand it in the same place again. So it works really well like that. It just keeps things consistent. It is surprisingly difficult to line stuff up. So just wet the edge of this before you use it. I mean, that's probably done a few hundred. Okay, it's started to burn away a little bit, but it's still fine to do a few more yet. Fourth tip is not to rock the branding iron as you do it. Try to put it down straight. You can see I learnt this one the hard way. So this is my original brand my sister had made for me years and years ago when she designed my logo. And what I was doing was I was heating it up with a blowtorch and I was kind of rocking it back and forth. Obviously it's only brass, so that doesn't add up to it keeping its straightness. You know what I mean? So I think you've got to put it in there, put it down flat, and just hold it. The last tip is to make sure you've got somewhere outside that you can leave it to cool down before you put it away. I never want to leave anything that's still hot and can burn in my workshop full of combustible materials, so I think it's best to have somewhere like this log or a bit of stone slab or something that you can just leave it to cool down for a few hours and then put it back inside. Just don't leave it out in the rain. So that was my quick video on 5 simple tips for a branding iron. If you've got any more tips, I'd absolutely genuinely love to hear them. Put them in the comments below and I'll try and incorporate it into what I do. It'd be great to hear it. If you've liked this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe. It absolutely makes my day when you do. And thanks for watching.